I just thought this was interesting. You hear, I don't normally turn on the news in the morning, but I did, and this story about Kim Jong-un I thought was kind of interesting. You know, you got some people saying, "Oh no, there was satellite imagery that he's at his train is at his one of his vacation spots." But I thought this guy's written a book on China. I respect him. So anyway, here we go.
Suspended last one.
Speculation continues about the health of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, who is rumored to be in grave condition following a heart procedure. But the South Korean government now says that Kim is alive and well, despite not appearing in public for weeks. Let's bring in Gatestone Institute senior fellow Gordon Chang. Gordon, good morning. How are you? Thanks for being here this morning. You have been talking us through this for quite some time, and what do you make of the reports and the rumors that you are hearing?
Well, Sandra, there's another report which actually has some circumstantial evidence to support it. And that is that there was an accident on April 14th when North Korea launched a barrage of cruise missiles. Kim was on scene and was wounded. Now, one of the things that's important about this is that missile test, which in fact did occur, could not have gone forward if Kim did not authorize it. Kim has been on site for virtually every missile test in North Korea during his reign. There have been pictures released of Kim at every of these tests, and this time, no pictures released of the test, but the test did go forward. That's an indication that something happened on April 14th.
So we can't confirm that he is dead or sick or any of those things, but there is at least one thing. You're saying that things are different. His country's acting differently. The communications look and sound different. So what can you conclude from what we know at this point?
Well, we can conclude that something is wrong. We know that he did not show up for the April 15th Day of the Sun celebration that commemorates the birth of regime founder Kim Il-sung, his grandfather, and Kim has not missed any Day of the Sun celebrations. Also, he was a no-show on Saturday for his celebrations to mark the founding of the Korean People's Army. This is a pattern which is broken, which means something really is wrong. I don't think the South Korean government is right when they say he's alive and well. He very well may be alive, but the well part of it is, I think, subject to question, largely because this regime acts in patterns. And when these patterns are broken, we know that something has occurred.
Meanwhile, all of this leaves a lot of room for speculation, obviously, as to his health, and then eventually as to his whereabouts, Gordon. But you also have to start to think about succession and who may step into that top spot there in North Korea. What are you hearing?
This is a matter of grave concern because there are at least two Kim family members who will fight for the top spot. There is Kim Jong, who everyone talks about, Kim Jong-un's younger sister. He has really favored her. But there's also his uncle, and who, by the way, is the son of Kim Il-sung, the regime founder. That's Kim Pyong-il. He is back in North Korea from all accounts. He wanted to be dictator, but didn't get the nod from his father, which means that we could have two Kims contending with each other. There could be regime fighting. And remember, this is a country that has weapons of mass destruction, including nukes and intercontinental ballistic missiles, which, by the way, Sandra, can reach all of the U.S.
All of the U.S.
How do you expect to see China respond in the coming days as this uncertainty looms, Gordon?
Yeah, great question, Sandra. China would certainly like to have a large hand in figuring out the new regime. I don't think that it will, though, because Kim Jong-un spent a lot of his time removing Chinese influence from North Korea, and that included the 2013 of his uncle, Jong Tak, who was the link with Beijing. I think the Chinese, like us, are going to be bystanders. We all have great interest in what goes on in North Korea because of the nukes issue, but I think the Chinese are going to be very cautious sitting on their border, not moving their military south as many people had thought that they might do.
Gordon Chang, thank you for your analysis on all of that. We will likely learn more in the coming days. Gordon, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
All right, Fox News alert now. A U.S. official telling Fox News that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is preparing a legal argument that the U.S. is still a participant in the Iran nuclear deal. That status could give America standing at the United Nations Security Council to make a push to extend the arms embargo on Tehran. Pompeo telling the New York Times, quote, "We cannot allow the Islamic Republic of Iran to purchase conventional weapons in 6 months. President Obama should never have agreed to end that embargo. We are prepared to exercise all of our diplomatic options to ensure the arms embargo stays in place at the UN Security Council." That from the Secretary.
Well, so there we have President Obama is always in the news. And Jesus said there'll be wars and rumors of wars and pestilence and all of these things that are the beginning, they're birth pains. So I'm just looking for Jesus every single day. That's just that's the way I wake up in the morning thinking, hey, today could be the day that I disappear. And so I just thought I would let y'all know. Who knows? God knows. God is in control. He's got this all in control, and he's coming. Jesus is coming.